Viewers, wherever you are watching us, we are at the Banjul International Airport. As you can see the background here, we are waiting for the arrival of the corpse of the late Vice President Dr. Badara Joof, who we are expecting to arrive here at the Banjul International Airport at any moment. His body will be arriving here at any moment, and the background here we have senior government officials, the armed forces, and other also security agents that are here to welcome the arrival of the body. From the airport here, the body will be transported to Banjul, where it will be taken to the mortuary, and he will be there in the mortuary until on Monday. Then the body will be taken to the National Assembly, where a state funeral will be made for the late Vice President. Just to tell you that here at the Banjul International Airport, the Gambia Armed Forces and all other security agencies are here, just waiting for the arrival of this state man. Badara Joof died in India after a brief illness, where he was taken for treatment. Unfortunately, he could not make it. And then, since his death was announced, Gambians home and abroad, and also friends of the Gambia, have been sending condolence messages to the family, to the government, and all the entire Gambian people. He is the first Vice President who passed on while serving in the Gambia. May his soul rest in peace. Good afternoon, Honorable.
Good
Today,
afternoon.
we are also witnessing here the arrival of the late Vice President. Tell us your reaction.
Thank you very much. As you rightly said, the body of the late Vice President, His Excellency Badara Joof, is arriving this evening. So we have come here to receive the body for conveyance to the mortuary in Banjul. That's why we are here this evening.
So tell us, how do you feel at this moment, knowing that Badara Joof was someone who was very committed in serving the nation, and also who was a close associate?
We are extremely sad. We are saddened by the loss of our uncle, our friend, our colleague, a good citizen of the Gambia, a patriotic citizen of the Gambia who has contributed immensely to the socio-economic development of this country. It is a sad period for us, but yet we thank the Almighty Allah because it is Allah's will. And learned people say we come from the Almighty Allah and to Him we shall return. So we take it all in good faith. But he lived a good life. I think that is the bottom line. What we do on this earth, what we do to the people around us, what we do for our country, the contributions, how we relate to other people, the honesty, accountability, discipline, the principles he lived by. Today we are narrating them because those were his trademarks. So I think it's an example for all of us to live such a life. For those who are already living such a life, to continue. For those who need to, we should hurry to really live an exemplary life, because this life on this earth is temporary, and it is very important that we remember how we relate to people, how we talk to people, how we deal with people, and how equally we deal with the affairs of the state, because there is accountability. One day we'll all leave this world. I think that is the message I have.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, good evening, Honorable. Thank you so much. It's a very sad moment for Gambia, and we are here to witness the arrival of the late Vice President, Dr. Ali Badara Joof. Tell us your reaction.
Thank you very much, Fatu Network. Repeatedly, what I have said is what I will repeat again, that it is a shocking moment for us. It is extremely a sad day for us, beginning from the President right down to cabinet and to the entire population of the Gambia, those who are here in the country and of course those who are outside in the diaspora. It is really a very sad day. It is difficult, but what is important as human believers is to return to Allah and know that it is from Him that we came, and to Him shall be our final return. And while we are on this planet, the earth, we try our very best to be the best in everything we do.
So how do you remember late Badara?
He is remembered as an exemplary citizen, as an exemplary partner, as an exemplary leader who had been very, 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 very inspirational to us in cabinet. Yes, that is what he is remembered for. And we will continue to pray for him and remember him for long and for good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, good evening. It's a very sad moment that we are about to witness the arrival of late Vice President. Tell us, how do you feel?
I feel very sad. It's a very emotional moment for me. And as I said, when I say this, I speak for every member of cabinet. We have the same really feeling down, because Honorable Excellency Badara Joof was such a sterling performer in cabinet. And whenever you meet him, you don't see any difference. He's always there trying to urge us to perform to the utmost, the best level. He was such a good leader.
So how will the cabinet felt his absence?
Obviously, he has left a very big gap, very, very big gap, difficult to replace. I have written in the condolence book that good people, good men and women don't die, their legacies live on. And the same goes for Honorable Badara, His Excellency. We will remember him for a long time, a very long time, because the place he occupied in government was such an important place, and he was very, very supportive of the president.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Here at the Banjul International Airport, we are waiting for the arrival of the body of the late Vice President Dr. Badara Joof. His body is expected to arrive here at any moment, and these people you can see here are senior government officials, including ministers and all permanent secretaries, family members of the late Badara Joof, friends, and also friends of the Gambia. It is indeed a very sad moment for Gambia, and here if the body arrives here, the body will be escorted by the Gambia Armed Forces and the police band to the mortuary in Banjul, where he'll be kept until Monday. And then Monday by 9 o'clock, his body will be taken to the National Assembly, where a state funeral will be observed. For him. And then by 2 o'clock, he is expected to be buried at his home residence in Lamen. Hana bimbadi ngol kalamutande bi aketani kuya lumbati ate Gambia bawo mbale ate Gambia ate Banjul International Airport to al nyabe nyimola wala mnyilti ko minister adni family member aning ana kanun tel ta wala mnyilti ko tala ate Aliou Badara Joof ala ate min jiyo do ate India Bangkok andamin to atara nu jararo nyini woto bawo bi mbale airport to be jikine ko ala fureñing wala be pilenole banati la jan science inshallah andu nafuta de jan drong wala min ko police banol aning military ite leba makoy la ite lebe nyim fureñin tala ka dandang ate Banjul e ka fudame muccuwarete andung ala fure batar la wotole fo tenen lungo somanda inshallah anu tenen lungo somanda ibata iba fureñin cikala ya samba ate Gambia National Assembly bu ngoto daminto ya lon ko state funeral ibe wala observe la ko iba state funeral ke layle na bota woto talam fula inshallah ni ala kiti tala iba samba la ate ala sade to memmu ate banjulindinati so iba bade la wotole ate tenen lingo ni talam fula sita drong, and we have the police bands here and then well, Hanibi Mbadingol, we are at the Banjul International Airport. It is indeed a very sad moment that we are waiting for the arrival of the body of the late Vice President Dr. Badara Joof, who died in India where he was taking treatment after a brief illness. Badara Joof is expected to arrive, his body is expected to arrive here, but then there is no specific time given that his body will arrive here. But we are hoping very soon his body will land at the Banjul International Airport, and from here the body will be escorted to Banjul, where it will be placed at the mortuary until Monday morning, and then a state funeral will be organized for him. Just to remind you that you are watching the FAT Network live. Yeah, that this is the very sad moment that Gambians are all into, and indeed it's very sad. Aliou Badara Joof has been described since his death was announced on Twitter by His Excellency President Adama Barrow. We've seen the reaction from the public. It is indeed a huge loss. which is Badara has been described as a role model, someone who was really committed to to take part in transforming this country. But this is God's decision, and this was a promise he made, that since he was appointed as the Vice President of the Gambia on 4th May 2022, he promised that to also take part in transforming this country until 2026. But unfortunately, he could not make it to that period. Hani bimbadi ngolu ka fale drong ate nyimuni kuya watoti bawo ngalon ne ko ate ñi nekk da first vice president mi yalon ko alayate min jiodo ya tara abe man sakunda la ani ala Badara Joof kabire ala saya lungo fota drong ngajele ko ni kuya gambe no le men soto, because ate keta moti mi yalon ko ay hormo soto ay hammo soto pour kaje ko Gambia la ñaata aketa no moti mi yalon ko ala taala bakele wala tina fankabere saya lungo saya ñim fota drong mo beni yo kuyatale andum kamol danin mina drong ka duwa kaye ni nake alaya so arjandatul firdaus le. This is indeed a very sad moment for the Gambian people. We are at the airport, just to remind you that you are watching the Fortune Network live, and we will bring you all the updates, all what is happening here at the Banjul International Airport. It's indeed a very sad moment, so you are all urged to include Ali Badara Joof in your prayers. May Allah grant him Jannatul Firdaus. Musube fulbe rek ha joni mi halana on tan hande miɗen the Banjul International Airport ɗo anduɗa hande ko Gambia di heeɓi mettere ɓernde nde anduɗa ɗum ɗo ko woni kabiri o mo anduɗa ko kanko wiyete Aliou Badara Joof, kanko woni vice president Gambia o. kabiri ñande nde anduɗa ɓe haali kunde wonde makko kanko o woni neɗɗo mo anduɗa o ñande o sanki rek ɗum ɗo addi caɗele yimɓe hewɓe ɓe holli mettere ɓerɗe ɓe ko ɗum taki ɗum doron ko neɗɗo mo anduɗa ta ko neɗɗo wakkiliɗo, neɗɗo mo anduɗa mo yiɗi Gambia yaada yeeso, ko ɗum taki yimɓeɓe fof ɓerɗe maɓɓe no metti. Aliou Badara Joof kanko woni neɗɗo mo anduɗa président Adama Barrow ƴeɓtuno mo waɗimo vice président mai on the 4th mai balɗe 4 mai hitande yawtinde nde. ɗum noon kabir ñande o waati noon ko woni o wallat Gambia fala ɗin duuɓi ɗi ganduɗa Gambia to faala yaade o tawete e yimɓe ɓe ganduɗa ɓe wallat Gambia yetto toon. wawi ɗum ɗo ko ɗum ɗo woni ñawore Allah rek, Allah kala ko ñawire ko ɗum woni to happen ko watta happen. So we are here at the airport. It's indeed a very sad moment. You can see everybody is, so we have the family members are here, and also his close associate, friends, senior government officials, also the security forces who are the army band and also the police band, giving us those in honoring the Vice President Dr. Aliou Badara Joof. Hande bi mbaɗigol kal hitandala drong mbale ate Banjul International Airport to gami yalon ko jang bi Gambia aketani kuya balete ngamen soto ale ni kuya kata kuti mi yalon ko ate Aliou Badara Joof to nya moliya horma bakele andu moliya jay moliya tentu bakele bawo aketa nun banku dingo to mi yalon ko ayala place of fale wala tina fang kabin ala saya fota drong mo jamani yo kuyata be andum ay tawotale non pour que Gambia fana makoy ko le akol men bakan pour que Gambia bondi ko le akol kan bari ala yatin ala nata ya jongo kamiro sotole bari ala kala kerol ke so ñine keta kuti mi alon ko ala nata kata min jodo ya bari hanabi doron memol be dani la doron pour que doa kaye annun ala sa lajan sonia no nyami annun talal be alma ala so arjannatul firdaus la. musidɓe o lana mo jiitonde ara ɗo ko o lana woni ma anduɗa ko ɗon woni fure o Badara Aliou Joof fure makko ko woni kalana woni lana adduɗo fure makko o joni ɗum ɗo woni wattu mo anduɗa yimɓeɓe fof ɓerde mabɓe no metti ɓerde mabɓe no hecciɗi o time ɗo so ko hoɗum takki ɗum tan ko golle ɗe anduɗa ko ɗum Aliou Badara Joof ko ɗum o waɗani leydi Gambia en duwoto rek ya Allah hokkumo aljannatul firdawsi ɓe anduɗa o kamɓe sankiɓe fof ya Allah hokkuɓe aljannatul firdawsi. So that is the flight which is coming here carrying the body of the late Vice President Dr. Aliou Badara Joof. Yeah, it's the flight here, right in front of you, that has bring the body of the late Vice President Dr. Aliou Badara Joof. As you can see it from the faces of the people, it's very, people's hearts are very heavy at this moment because he is the first state man serving as a Vice President to pass on in a short time. He was appointed on the 4th May 2022, barely 9 months from his appointment. He died while serving the state, and his death, since it was announced, a lot of we have the reactions from the people, and a lot of people describing this guy as a gentleman who was really committed to serving the nation, and this is why it's a huge loss to the Gambian people. This is the flight here. We have the armed forces in front, and also other government ministers, family members to receive the body. And then from here, the body It is a Senegalese private air force that has brought the body of the late vice president. It's indeed a sad moment. The plane has landed successfully and arrived at the terminal here in Banjul. So albenya alnyable mo la milialon ko wolle be nyato atemu wolle mu family member ti ani armed forces ala kunu kumbal wolle be lori nyato je pour kata atenyin fure nyin kata atenyin pile no nyin kono. This is a Senegalese air jet that brought the body of the late vice president. We have senior government officials in front of the flight there, waiting for the flight door to be open so that they can bring out the corpse for it to be transported to Banjul, and where the state funeral will be organized for him on Monday morning at the National Assembly, where people will pay their last tributes to the vice president. Yeah. We have the armed forces going there, moving towards the flight. I think they are the people who will be taking out the corpse from the flight, so they can now bring it out from this flight. It's indeed a very sad moment to see the state losing such a great man who was so committed in serving the nation. He was appointed on the 4th March 2022, and barely 9 months from his appointment, we have seen the impact he made in most of these government institutions. And then we urge all Gambians to join hands and pray for him and all the departed souls. May Allah grant him Jannatul Firdaus. Mbadingol hanibi mbale Gambia Banjul International Airport al nyabe ni molla milialon ko wolle be lori atanyim pile no ala karagandanna wolle molti kite milialon ko wade Gambia Armed Forces ani mansa kunda la kunu kumbal ani family member milialon ko wolle family member de atala Aliou Badara Joof pour kaje ko ala fure keso nyin ka bondi nan atanyim pile no kono ka nati nan duma bawo ngajelo ko abi ibateles ibe fureñing iba cikala jan ya samba ate Banjul damintu mi alon ko lopitano to ade muccuware tubawol ka ade muccuware ala fureñing iba landi la wotole fotenen lungo somanda iba sambala ate National Assembly damintu mi alon ko fang ibe state funeral la organize la je and ibe state funeral la ibe observe la je so people can pay tribute and their last prayers to him, and then he is expected to be buried on Monday at 2 p.m. at his residence in Banjul. mbokk yi ba léegi ñu ngi ci Banjul International Airport de nit ñi nga xamante ne moom ñoo nekk taxaw ci kanam plane bi ni ñoo nekk ñoo xamante ne ci security forces lañ nekk ak family members yoo xamante ne ñoo bokk ak kii nga xamante ne mooy ki aji jiitu bi mooy Aliou Badara Joof ñu ngi gis ne gars yi ñu ngi dugg ci plane bi pour ñu mun a jël fure bi isi ko te bi pare bi suñ ko fi jëlee dañ koo yóbbu Banjul fi nga xamante ne dañ koo teg ci muccuwari bi ba alterne ci suba after dañ koo jël foofu ñu yóbbu ko National Assembly buñ ko fa yóbbee rek foofu nga xamante ne tubaab li ñoo wax state funeral dañ koo defaral foofu because bi nga xamante ne mooy is a state man ne ki nga xamante ne moo nekkoon the second man in command the vice president of the Gambia so dañ koo defaral state funeral su ko defee rek state funeral bi su paree rek dañ koo yóbbu fi nga xamante ne mooy këram Banjul Linding foofu lañ koo suul alternate at 2 p.m. Joni musidɓe fulɓe rek o plane mo jiton do ko o woni plane mo anda immi Sénégal ko private jet kanko addi o fure mo anduda ko o wiite ate Aliou Badara Diouf ko kanko wonno vice president ode kanko woni vice president folo mo anduda alla kanko woni o sanki tambori wada saf as a vice president dum do ko dum woni first time ko dum do woni ko addi e der Gambia neddo mo anduda tambori e laamu vice president mo anda o sanki anno Aliou Badara Diouf mo woni neddo mo anduda himbe hewbe be manimo be woni yimbe be anduda be wiimo be kabiri nyande o mayde makko nde wala announce rek neddo mo anduda yimbe fop dum do woni mettere bende an woni mettere bende ko anduda dum horum taki dum rek ko neddo mo anduda ko neddo bakkilinno do neddo wanda neddo yinno do Gambia yara yeso onon jiya do pleno to uditado ko do woni neddo man ko fure makko o yaltinte ton after be itimbo do rek be nabat mo Banjul sibe nabi mo ton ko ton woni ko fure makko o mobtete ha nyande altenen subaka be jetta don ton be nabat National Assembly joni sibe iti National Assembly rek after Monday subaka sibe nabi National Assembly ko dum woni tuba ko wiida state funeral ko dum be fewnan tamaton rek after tuusi foti rek wattuji didi rek be nabat dum to Banjul nden ko ton anda ko dum woni ko o woni ko neddo ma ko ton be ubbatan mo inshallah altenen. Yeah, guys, as you can see it right there in front of you, they have now removed the corpse from the airplane, and from here the Gambia Armed Forces and the police band will escort the scope to Banjul Hospital, where he will be placed at the mortuary until Monday. To remind you that it's a 7-day mourning in honoring this gentleman who really served the nation, someone who was really dedicated and committed to help transforming the country. But this is just a destiny and nobody can change it. But we will continue to pray for him, for Allah to grant him Jannatul Firdaus and the rest of the departed souls. It's indeed a very, very sad moment. We have the wife of the vice president there and then being escorted by the son, the elder son of the late vice president Dr. Aliou Badara Joof. You have the armed forces there lifting the scope high with Gambian flag covered everywhere. It's indeed a very, very sad moment. That is the body inside the scope of this is the Gambia Armed Forces now moving slowly. It's indeed a very, very sad moment we are witnessing here at the Banjul International Airport. Those are the armed forces moving slowly at the Banjul International Airport. Here we have the wife of the vice president who is being escorted now going on. So it's indeed a very sad moment.
What is going on? Everybody's standing here talking to you and telling you what the hell?
Yeah, it's a very emotional moment here at the Banjul International Airport. As you can see, the armed forces moving slowly. We have the wife also inside that Pajero. She is also in the Pajero because she was with the husband during this moment, during this trying moment, the treatment in India where he died. Mbaɗigol wala keta fure ke soti mi yalon ko i batele naati kanjang andum aketa ni kuya balati ngamen soto atanyu watola andum atanyu yeah it's
No, precommand. Well, there's no obstruction. Excuse me, come back. Allah jam the money.
yeah, we have it right here. It's the body. Now, it is indeed a it's a very sad moment. We have the Justice Minister in front. We have those in front here. They are the family members of the late Vice President, Dr. Ali Badara Joof. And we have other Islamic scholars who are also here to receive this body before and give a prayers, and also before he is taken to Banjul, where he will spend the rest of the days until Monday, at the time when he will be given a state funeral at the National Assembly. Mbadingol wolem fure keso timi alon ko iba jindi kan sainteng ate Ali Badara Joof tala Ali Badara Joof iba ala fure keso ibole jindi kan jen sainteng andong ate tenen lungo iba sambala ate National Assembly da mintu yalon ko fang state funeral ni ibole kila woto janni iba sambala ate banjulindi ya bade woto le yeah. It is the corpse that they move in here before they place in it here, and then we have certain services that will be offered before he is taken to Banjul. That is the scope covered with the Gambian flag. Yes, now the national anthem has been observed before the body was actually removed from the table, and then the body will now be transported to the vehicle which will take it to Banjul. We have the family members, friends, and also relatives here. It's indeed a very, very sad moment here in this evening at the Banjul International Airport. Mbadingol alnyaba je kan tang to moment na fang ate national anthem monin dron ya la le foka pare dron assign fente kala dron pour ka atenyi fure keso nyin ka cikana ka samba na moto ko no mi yalon ko wala ba samba ate Banjul damento yalon ko ibala fure land la woto fotene no ngola. That is the scope there now been that taking it to the vehicle. Then from there the vehicle will be escorted to the mortuary in Banjul. That is the body of the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Badara Joof. It's indeed a very touching moment here. You can see people are crying. It's indeed the family members, loved ones here are all crying. It's indeed a very emotional moment here. People are so emotional here and they are crying. Is now taken inside the vehicle of the Vice President. His vehicle will be taking him to Banjul. This is the vehicle of the Vice President, and his body is right in this vehicle, in this V8, this black V8 SUV is the vehicle that is taking the body to Banjul. It's indeed a very emotional moment here at the Banjul International Airport. You can see it from the faces of the people. His Excellency Badara Joof body is right in this car here that will escort it to Banjul. It's a sad moment for the Gambian people and also friends of the Gambia to lose such a great man. And we'll continue to pray for him. May Allah grant him Jannatul Firdaus with the rest of the departed souls. We have the vehicle escort here, the police, the Gambia Armed Forces. It's indeed a very, very heartbreaking moment here. That is the vehicle where his body is put in. This vehicle. The vehicle with the number plate Vice President is where his body is put in. This is the vehicle that will be taking him to Banjul at the mortuary. You can see the atmosphere right here. It's very, very, it's an emotional atmosphere at the Banjul International Airport. His Excellency Badara Joof is the first state man to die while serving as a Vice President. Yes, it's all about it at the Banjul International Airport. Now, the VP, His Excellency Badara Joof, the corps has arrived at the Banjul International Airport. The National Assembly, the national anthem was observed. From there, the body is put in the car, and he is being transported to Banjul at the mortuary. His body will be at the mortuary from today until Monday morning at 9 a.m. then his body will be taken from the mortuary, and then they will take it right to the National Assembly, where the state funeral will be observed for the man who was serving this country with dedication and also love, and a man who is highly ambiguous in transforming this country. So on Monday, the state funeral will be observed, and from there by 2 p.m. his body will be taken to Banjul, where he will be buried finally. So we pray, may Allah grant him Jannatul Firdaus with the rest of the